Yeah.
You're lucky I'm too tired to scream into the void right now.
Good. Um, Hello, for anyone who might be watching. I don't know why I always say that because almost no one watches. It's fine. I'm here with my friends again as we continue Humblewood, as we are now actually on session 15, which is pretty awesome. You guys have been stuck with me for a while as your DM.
Yay.
Where we
like it's a bad thing. And that's fucking funny since my hair's all fucking gone.
I love it so much though, and I really am jealous because I miss those days when my hair wasn't this. Ugh.
Well, I kind of had to cut all of mine off because it was all dead and damaged, so.
Yeah.
That was funny. I walked into work today. Everybody loved the haircut. And then one of our part-timers, she walked in with purple hair. And I was like, hey, I'm starting a trend. Now you're going to shave your head next.
I love it.
Yeah. She's got the dark purple hair and I've got the lavender hair going now.
It's very pretty. All right. So where we left off, you guys wrapped up your final business in the Alderheart, gathered your current prisoner, Frey, as you began your trek towards the Bandit Coalition base. A couple of your party members happen to know very well where it is. So bringing along Frey is less of a guide and more of potential negotiation power, hostage. How you handle that is entirely up to you. You guys were able to make it a day, I believe, of travel, which was relatively uneventful, and have just finished up a long rest. For those who are watching at home, they did have a chance to level up today, so they are all now level 5, I believe.
Yes.
Brr.
I
So,
returned.
Should be a little bit more fun as we go forward.
Yeah.
More prickly today.
So, you guys all wake up. Frey still within the nest of that nest charm held by Gwen. And the day is yours. What would you like to do?
Obligatory morning doot-doots.
So by the time we finish getting our stuff together, preparing spells, etc., the nest charm will start to sink down to the earth before curling back into the charm, which Gwen will put around her neck. And she's gonna have some tea ready by then.
Red will have her morning drink or two.
I will try and check the traps that I left to see if I've caught anything for breakfast. And if I have, then I'll eat it and then pray.
Zinzi's just playing Careless Whisper on her flintlock revolver.
All right.
Gerald will be tuning the lute.
Okay. Just for the hell of it, Einar, you said you were checking the traps?
Yes, I left traps at the end of last session.
Yes.
Nothing too civilized, literally like a hole.
Roll survival to see if you caught anything.
I have proficiency in this.
Awesome. And Zinzi's, since you picked Careless Whisper, roll me a performance check.
Fuck.
That sounds like a natural 20 to me. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, that's a 10.
Takes a minute. Right. It's all right. Takes a minute to get into the tune.
It's like that one audio.
Gerald,
Um,
Gerald's eye occasionally twitches as he.
Gerald's having a problem with
Fine.
it.
It's fine.
Most
that is
It's
a
fine.
that's an 11 on the dice plus 5,
Okay.
16.
16. All right, you're able to find a decent amount of animals in your trap. You were quite successful.
Yay. Awesome. So I just begin prepping them so they can eat. And with everything I will pray.
Gwen will also get out some of the fancier foods that she purchased.
Okay.
And to prepare like bacon and eggs and porridge and some maybe some fruit that hasn't gone bad yet.
Okay. It's only been a day. Nothing's gone bad just yet.
Yeah. I got like blueberries or something that lasts a good like week before they start to get crazy. And she'll pass around like a little bowl for everybody,
Okay.
including Brandon Campbell, who apparently is in this campaign.
Yay, now everybody knows my name. Woo.
Internet, get him.
Sick of-
I know, right?
Yeah, I'm just doing it just now, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. So for Einar's, it'll be a little less porridge, a little more berries and meat.
Gerald will be gladly taking some of the food and sharing some of it with Frey.
She accepts it, but she's cautiously quiet.
Oh, don't worry, dear. I didn't poison it.
I
Yeah.
don't
I
think
thought you did.
I don't think you disrespect the food like that.
I paid handsomely for these blueberries. I'm very proud. Now, does anyone else have a little more pep in their step today? I'm feeling just a little bit more spark to my thunder.
Define pep in your step.
Well, I've been finishing some spellcraft, and I put together the pieces last night for a few new spells.
That's an interesting one because I've managed to also completely learn a couple of new spells myself.
Oh,
But
what have you got in your arsenal? If you care to share.
I'm gonna keep that a secret. Should the moment arise.
Oh, all right. But I'm sure this one won't spill our secrets. And she sort of pats Frey on the whatever's accessible head, shoulder, knee, toe.
I'm going to be grinning like a madman when they talk about new spells.
I
I'll
think
give all of
I've thought of a couple of songs that can turn into spells.
I wonder why, Ida.
It's funny that you mentioned lightning and thunder.
Ooh. Pray tell, Ida. Have you acquired a gift?
Einar is going to be like he's going to be like rubbing this this dye onto his fur.
Mm-hmm.
But he's rubbing it on like certain designs, and he's just going to chuckle and then say like, "I believe the gods might have given me some new things to demonstrate at some point."
Oh, that's wonderful. Sorry, Gwen's got a little bit more pep in her accent also.
On that note, does anybody here have charcoal and incense by any chance?
Oh, I do.
I would
Got a spare
happily
bit of
trade
charcoal.
for those.
Well, it's just part of my components that I have. You can take what you need. I have an arcane focus just in case I'm ill prepared.
Okay.
You know, mums, we always have an extra snack in our purse.
Well, if they give them to me, then over the course of the next hour, I'm going to be casting Find Familiar.
Oh, one of my favorite spells. Let me know if you need help with it, dear.
I would.
As you say that, Gwen's gonna sort of like, and have the hummingbird come sit on her shoulder.
Okay.
Well, dears, I have been putting together some pretty fancy footwork. I believe I can do a powerful jump that harms people that are near me. I also have a tricksy bit of writing that I've put together that should someone untoward read it, they'll get a face full of ouchie. So just stay on my good side. Stay on my good side. And she like sips her tea.
It gave me Frey for the character. What the fuck?
I'm working on it. For some reason,
I am my own enemy. What the fuck?
for some reason, I had to restart Astral altogether for it to even show you guys on the map. Try restarting it because it does list. Nope, it says that you are assigned. I have to give her back to me. Frey is mine. Don't touch. You should now have access to just Zin.
Okay.
Since he's dead, get her.
I have made a couple. And I'm assigning Einar to the Viking Boyo.
Yeah.
Tells me to create character.
I'm gonna fix my HP because my HP is not 20
You
anymore.
shouldn't need to make the character because I've already put together things. If you just jump into the game, I will assign the characters to you that I already have.
Okay.
You guys can worry about the character sheets, everything later. This is mostly for movement like we did before with the Hekna one-shots.
Yep. On all the options it's given me is create new character or import character. Never mind. There we go.
Yep. Just give me time. I got to go through them.
Okay.
I don't think I did one yet.
When you have one, right? You've made one?
Maybe.
There's 2 Gwendolyns on the board.
There are 2 Gwendolyns, and there are like 4 Galens for some reason. I'm very confused.
Mirror image. Boom.
So I'll have to worry about all that later, but Bard, you should now have access to the Gerald.
How are you? Oh wait, here we go. I was looking at the wrong group.
All right, Bryce Osceles, it says that you have control of 2 different Gwens. You have Gwen and Gwendolyn Briarthorn. So pick one.
I don't even see Bryce Ostley's on Astral. It doesn't show him online.
I'm just logging in now. Sorry, I'm a little late to the party here.
All good.
I was too busy role playing.
This is the stuff that I'm doing in the background while roleplay is also happening.
I do not have 10 HP. That is an insult.
Like I said, all I did was I put up the icon, and I think you'll be happy that I actually used Einar's Hero Forge that you made.
Yeah, that's cool. Look at him. Look at him.
You guys made a Hero Forge. I've freaking used it.
Yeah.
I just need to find red in here. And
I have added in my completely terrifying unarmored armor class.
All right, I'm just half consciously looking at Einar's picture. Why does it look like he's wearing like one of those powdered wigs?
Because his hair's braided and pulled back.
Okay. As you can tell, I'm very fucking tired. I'm just like, why is that George Washington in polar bear mode?
Wait, what? Yeah, there's
All right, Hannah, you should have access to red now.
my new character.
Who just made a new character and put it on the board?
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
No.
Wouldn't let me just X out of the created character or not. It made me pick one. I die.
Delete it from my board. Not allowed.
I die.
All good. All good. All right.
Oh god, everything's dark now. Everything went black. I can't see nothing.
Still have access to your.
Hold on, I refresh.
All right. Well, while that tech part is going on, you guys can continue to follow through with any role play that you want to
This
do.
is so confusing. How do?
Well, it's again.
We're learning how
So
to.
all you have to worry about is you have a character that I assigned to you. That's your character. All you have to worry about is click on that character, and then you can use your arrow keys or physically move them to move them in place in combat. If it's too much, don't worry about it. We can keep doing it the way we have been doing, where you tell me where you want them placed and I will move them.
Am I the Gwen or the Gwendolyn Briarthorn?
Pick.
It
Pick and remove one of them from the board because you have control of both.
Since is invisible now because I tried to change her icon to my hero forge.
Yeah, the back of the whole like thing is black for me. I can't see shit.
Oh, wait, hold on. That just means that it's off to the side somewhere. Try zooming out.
If you zoom out, you'll be able to find it.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
That
I
is
don't
the
know how to
British
zoom
way of
out.
fixing shit. Don't coin our phrase.
Hold on. Let me try this. How about now? Are you back?
Ah!
Yeah, I am. There it is. Hello.
Gwendolyn,
There's
how do I
me.
send you
What
the
the fuck?
Oh god, which one's mine? This one.
Won't you leave?
I can't. How do I? Why won't you go away?
This is why I'm hiding my face, because right now I just look like a second grader learning about Oregon Trail.
You have died of dysentery.
Hold on.
Absolutely.
Hard. I am taking this new character away from you.
I don't know. I can't do anything with it.
I know.
can't-
That's why I'm taking it out of your hands.
Can you eliminate Gwendolyn Briarthorn too? She's a real menace.
That's the only one I made. I don't know what the other new character is. I don't know who did that one.
The purple Gwen is the one that I'll use because it's less verbose.
All right. Can you still see the board?
Yes.
Okay.
Now I will spin Gerald.
You know what? We usually derail on something completely random. At least this is like D&D related.
At least it's like we're troubleshooting.
I feel bad for let's be honest. I feel bad for Kitsune.
There's two of me, but
For
one of
that
them
one
has no
person
picture.
watching at home, we apologize for the technical difficulties. For more information on how to use Astral, please do not ask us.
Man, don't apologize for shit.
Sarah may be able to help you, but the rest of us,
I make it up as I go. I make it up as I go, and I hope that I'm doing it right. Brandon, try refreshing your Astral because mine is only showing Einar, who does not have an icon anymore. It'll come back in time. Just we won't worry about. At least the name is there.
There we go. He's back.
Okay.
Just fled the battle.
This is insane. Okay.
When the DM flees the battle, you know you fucked up.
I had to refresh the page because shit was going weird. All right. So you guys finish
That
your
was my
breakfast.
poor attempt of humor.
No, I know. I know. It's just this is crazy. All right. So yes, you guys finish your breakfast, get everything set back in the cart. There will it was a relatively eventless night. Are you going to continue on your way?
Did I have enough time to complete doing Find Familiar?
If you were to take the time to do that, yeah.
Awesome. I
Yeah.
have a familiar now.
Ooh, what did you choose?
I ended up going with a raven.
Ooh. Gwen applauds as soon as the raven sort of puffs into existence. Oh, so proud.
I imagine Galen just looks disappointed.
There are 3 of you now. There's one's small, one's pale, and one's panicky. It's great. I think I finally figured out how to use my long sword and my new short sword. I said, he specifically says my new short sword. It's Frey's old short sword that he had enchanted. He's just like, oh, it's so pretty.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Hold on. Yeah, she notices.
It's just like, I said spite.
Einar is going to look at the weapons and go, I would not call either of them long.
Well, long in comparison to the person wielding.
And short in comparison to everybody else.
Always a matter of perspective.
That is true.
He just kind of smirks and he kind of like looks over the short sword and then kind of slides it away and just kind of smiles at Frey. I had it enchanted.
I see that. Is there a reason you're messing with my weaponry?
Oh, I think you'll find it's much better hands now.
Uh-huh.
It's also a point to be made, but
Zenzi's meanwhile just hears it's in much better hands, and she's doing the whole fucking equations things because Gerald is fucking bird folk and technically they don't have hands.
claws.
They have talons.
He's just like, what?
Galaxy brain.
Einar is just going to be looking at his paws like,
Oh my god, what is happening?
It's like everyone in the group who
Out of the
is
entire group, Zenzi's has the closest thing to appendages because squirrels literally have little hands.
like tiny hands.
Miss my face for a second. Sorry. I apologize. My face.
All right. You guys begin traveling towards your destination. Who would like to make perception checks as you are traveling?
I will take a perception check.
I will do the thing.
I will.
Anyone who wants to can make it, or someone can make it with advantage. I don't care how you do it.
Can I drive the cart? I have proficiency with land vehicles.
You may.
Yes.
I'm driving the cart, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
19 for me.
19. All right.
It's
So
not good.
Gerald rolled a 16, so I see.
I'm sorry, 19 is not good.
Not for him, no.
Well, I think it's fine. So
9.
14 for Galen.
16 for Gerald.
okay. You guys are traveling along, and for the most part, it's pretty uneventful. Different animal calls throughout the woods. About you get about 3-4 hours in your journey. I'm sorry, preview suddenly decided to open on my computer. I don't know why. And you notice, Einar, you especially notice that up ahead on the road, there is like a bundle of cloth just laying on the side of the road.
Okay. Can I approach the pile of cloth?
Yeah.
Okay.
You approach it and you notice that it is a body. Screw it. I'm done with this headphone. Hold on. Nope, I don't do headphones. I don't like them. Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a body.
Yes. Specifically, it looks like a youngish Vulpin, regular traveling clothes. You can make an investigation check if you'd like.
What is my investigation? I believe my... it's
Wait.
not bad. It's not bad.
May I assist so that he may acquire the advantage?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Einar has walked up to the body on the side of the road. You all see it, so yes.
I'll pull the cart to a stop.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
So do I have advantage on that?
Yes, you would.
Okay, so the first roll is a 16 plus 3, so 19. My second roll, it's a 19.
Okay.
The second roll was most definitely not better. It was a 2.
All right. So you take the time to inspect this body. It looks like just a young Vulpin, but it's been scratched up, torn up. There are bite marks all across the arm. As you look through and pile through, you do see that it does have a small pouch of coin in the pockets, which only has about 15 gold pieces. A smallish basic dagger and a blood-stained folded up piece of paper, like a roll of parchment.
I'll take the gold and the parchment. Might come in handy. But its knife, I'm going to put its dagger in its paw, and like if the arms are still there,
Yeah.
I'm going to put them over its chest like that and just say, "May the glittering halls call you forth."
Okay. All right. Do you do anything with that parchment, or?
I mean, like while I'm walking away to let everybody else like do what they're going to do, I'll have a look at the parchment.
Okay. So you open the parchment and it looks to be a letter written in basic humble scratch, which is the language that you find in the Humblewood in general. It looks to be a plea for help from the town that you guys are heading towards, reporting attacks on the town. And as you are reading it, you guys all start to hear this yipping sound coming from around.
Oh, good. I was hoping to get some exercise today.
Not too far away. What's everyone's passive perceptions?
13.
11.
Sorry, what was that noise? Passive perception is blue.
I'm sorry, what do we need to do?
Passive
What's your
perception.
passive perception?
11.
Guys, do not be, please do not.
14.
Wait, hold on. Does Gwen have the highest passive perception here?
My passive perception is 15.
15.
I would just like to point out that not one of you said that you were going to make a perception check, hence passive perceptions. I'm just saying. As you walked towards the dead body.
Oh yeah, no, I rolled one earlier, but
Yeah, but that was to find it on the road. That was as you were traveling.
Gwen is
I was
staying,
going to try and investigate the scene, but yeah.
Gwen is gonna stay in the cart with Frey. But if she hears yip 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 in the woods, she's gonna stand up, just like all sort of like regally and sort of quiver her quills a little bit. The Ministry of Magic. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong thing.
Call the fucking centaurs now.
We are highly skilled in defending ourselves. If you'd rather work this out with words, show yourselves. Don't be cowards.
What is your AC?
I
14.
slowly draw my guns.
14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay. A arrow grazes past the side of your head as you are standing on the cart, and you turn around to see that there are a couple of gnolls.
Oh, good.
Regular no, regular no.
I was gonna say, are they regular dolls?
All right, so when you said you were on the cart, and the cart's right about here.
Oh, hold on. Editing my character still.
That's why it wouldn't let me move it. What? I should still have permission to move these. There we go.
Yeah. Why are there two? I tried deleting one of them.
I did. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Did you wait? Did yellow or green?
I deleted the green one because
Okay,
you
good.
said you wanted the purple one.
She won yellow. I got yellow.
Zinzies, you said you were also on the cart?
Yeah, I'm
All
in the driver's seat.
All right, so the arrow would have gone like right in between the two of you, so you are fully aware that you guys are under attack.
Ooh.
Einar had stepped to the side. Frey was in the cart.
I'm with Frey.
Yeah, so you would have actually been in this spot.
Here, I'm going to use the Wand of Entangle just to keep the cart and Frey in place.
And Red, where did you say you were?
She was in the cart as well.
Okay.
Gerald would be closer to Einar, as he was also helping him look at the body.
Well, Einar had stepped away from the body.
Oh, okay.
So that's why Einar is off over to the side a little bit. And Galen, where were you? Were you also looking at the body or no?
No, he would have been like on his way to get on the cart, but not on the cart. But so like beside
like
it.
there. That's fine. I didn't feel like putting an actual cart on this map because moving them's a pain in the ass. It's
Fair.
fine. All right. So everybody, roll initiative.
Yee!
Finally.
Chee-hoo!
And now because of level 5, I have advantage on initiative.
Sorry, hold on. Let me get my inner southerner out. Yeah.
The smallest of yeet. Ooh, I like
A
that.
mix of Southern and just learning what I learned in Asian Pacific Heritage Month. We learned, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but those cheers and stuff they do, I was taught how to do them.
So I'm putting my initiative in the Zoom chat.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
You know what? I'm just going to put mine in the Zoom chat too. That makes it easier.
Zoom chats actually do not make it easier for me because I'm sharing my screen.
Oh, sorry.
So just 20 to 25.
Me,
All right, Jared.
22.
Natural 20.
I got 22.
I got
And you have a
22
natural
too.
20?
My slutty 20 is also a dirty 20. Because my initiative bonus is a 0.
Okay, so Gwen's got a 20. Gerald's got a 22. And what did Einar have?
22.
Well, mine's natural.
All right. What is your dexterity modifiers, Gerald and Ina?
+3.
My dex modifier is a +2.
Okay. So even with your natural 20, you technically don't go first, Gwen.
But close.
What if this was 3.5?
We don't
Sadly,
talk about
this is not
3.5.
3.5.
I'm just kidding. I think in 3.5 I would just add 10 to the things.
I never played 3.5. From what I hear, I'm glad I never played 3.5.
It's so confusing. There's so much math.
Is there a way to turn off the sound on this?
I can. I'm sorry. I thought it was cool.
I just noticed it saying like, why does that sound? Oh, because there's animated birds on the screen.
Is that coming from you or is that coming from my screen?
That's coming from the thing.
Yeah,
I
that's
know,
coming
but
from
like,
us.
am I hearing it as well as you guys?
Yeah, I'm
I
hearing it.
just muted the site, so in case it's coming from mine, y'all can't hear it.
Okay.
No, it's coming from the website itself. I turned it off. Hopefully it stays off.
I do like the ambient noise. I just wanted to make sure that my thing wasn't creating like an echo or some sort of weird crazy.
All right. 15 to 20.
15 to 20, 16.
I still have a 20.
All right. Nobody else? Then.
What? Oh, sorry, I had 18.
All right. And Gallon, you said you had 16?
Yes.
Um, 5 to 10?
I had a 14.
I was to say, did I do 10 to 15? I couldn't remember.
No.
Okay.
I got 14.
Sweet. All right. Is that everybody or did I miss somebody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's everybody. All right. Let me just double check these. All right, Gerald, you are up first.
I am indeed, and I, surprisingly, despite what I took for my feet, I am not drawing my sword first. I have to look up the actual things I need to roll because I am going
Yes.
to use the loot. You've been dreading this from the moment I've got it.
I'm so excited. I am really excited. This is amazing.
I might require a link to the item because we still haven't added it to my character sheet.
I have added it to D&D Beyond.
What was it called?
It is called the
loot
of the
of
red
many
something.
things.
Loot of the Ruby Verdict?
Yes.
Okay, adding that to my. Oh. No wonder it was so expensive. Oh, I just realized what level it
Did
was.
you forget? Did you forget? And I think the one I put on that's on D&D Beyond is slightly nerfed. So
Possibly.
because of
Let
the
me
spell
see.
limit, because you can only it's normally it's just level 7s, but we said it's your highest spell level until level 7.
Yeah. Okay. So. Whew. Yeah, that's the secret sonata. But I'm actually going to use. So the knoll across the river.
Yep.
He is visible to me.
They both. This guy is. They're all 3 of them are visible to you guys. They did not roll high on their stealth.
Okay, I can only target one of them at a time. Actually, are those 2 knolls within 30 feet of each other? Knoll 1 and knoll 3.
Technically, they're just out of it. 10,
Ooh.
15, 20, 25, They're 35.
30. Boo! Hmm. You get out of this. You get out of this shenanigans this time. I still have to use the loot to do my spells. What is the Okay. So I want to get the most bang. If I'm going to use this ridiculous thing, I'm going to get the most out of it. I'm going to look at the knoll across the river,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to let out a sharp whistle in his direction and cast Dissonant Whispers at 2nd level.
Okay.
He must make a 14 Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. And this is no. I only rolled a 13.
Oh no, just under. How unfortunate.
Exactly.
I must now roll 4d6 of the psychic damage. That is math. That is 15 psychic damage, and now he must run thee away.
All right, so on his turn, he will start running away from you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Is that all of your turn?
Since I casted the spell, bonus action, we're not hurt, so, what's the order of thing?
Einar is next, then Gwen, then Zinzi's, then Galen, then Red. Of your guys. You don't know where they are within that.
Okay. I'm going to play a particularly. I'm going to play. It's kind of like the music in the background of a Western duel, and I'm going to give Zinzi's a bardic inspiration die.
Hey, what die do I take?
It is a d6.
Okie dokie.
And
I forgot I just have these big ass glowing D6.
yes, that is officially the bardic inspiration die.
This is
Perfect for
my
inspiration.
inspiration die.
Yes. All right, and that is me done.
Okay. Einar, you are up.
All right. So, first things first. I'm a barbarian, so I'm going to rage.
All right.
So now because I'm level 5, when I enter a rage, I can trigger one of my runes. The rune I'm triggering will be the rune which represents stone. So whilst I'm raging with this rune activated on my body, I can add my proficiency bonus to acrobatics checks and dexterity saving throws. I can change my rune as a bonus action every round as long as I am raging.
Okay.
Then I'm going to use my movement and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. Hello there, Mr. Gnome. I'm now going to electrocute your face off.
Roll me an attack.
I will now be using Shocking Grasp.
Ooh, that's always a good one.
Okay.
Do I roll for that, or is that? Oh, I do. I roll for it. Yay!
Shocking grasp is considered a melee attack.
Does that then count when it comes to multi-attack?
If you're not holding a weapon in the other hand, I don't see why.
What I mean is, can I attack with that and then attack?
And then attack with your melee weapon?
Yes.
I mean, I'll look it up later, but for now, sure.
Fucking awesome. Okay, so
I mean, I don't see why not. I will eventually go in the book, but I mean, fuck, sure.
so that is a 12 on the die with a +6 to hit.
That
So
hits.
that's 18. Yay. He is going to take some lightning damage. That is 2d8 lightning damage he'll be taking. 5 and a 7. 12 lightning damage. And I'll then roll to attack him with my big beastie great axe. That one's an 18 on the die +7.
Okay.
So that is 25.
All right.
1d12 +4 damage, +2 for the rage. 7 +4 is 11, +2 for rage is 13. 13 +12 altogether. It makes 13 slashing damage with 12 lightning damage on top.
All right. So you Snow in front of you, and you reach out and you gut punch him, and he starts to freeze up with a shocking grasp, and you use that opportunity to swing down, and he is dead. He's dead.
Good. At which point I'll just
There is
roar
there is
as
now a
loud as I
knoll
can.
there is now a knoll-shaped puddle on the floor.
I have like lightning sparking off of my arms while I'm holding this axe, like, "Ah, I will make my children toys from your bones."
This is some Kill Bill shit. Like, his body split off is fine. All right. So is that the rest of your turn?
Yes, that is me.
Okay. Gwen, what would you like to do?
Well, I was gonna attack him, but you know, we did try to warn you guys. She's gonna walk past Red and Galen, hopping off of the cart.
Okay, you are able to move your character. Just use your
Oh.
arrow keys. Yeah, click on your character and then use your arrow keys, and then you can move them in each square is 5.
Oh, hold on. I was using the one you had. Okay. Boom. Ooh. So was I technically here, or is the cart this big?
I've been just treating it like they're that big because you all have to be able to fit.
Yeah, that's true. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gwen's gonna use a bonus action to summon her Shadow Blade.
Okay.
Which is a spell, but I'm not Zinc in this campaign, so I don't have to roll Madness or Wild Magic or whatever. And then I'm going to chuck it.
That is apt.
Just right in the face of the knoll across the river there.
The one that's across the river? Okay.
Yeah, sorry, hold on one second.
I am, just for clarification's sake, I double checked it there. Anything that is listed as a melee spell attack counts as part of an attack action. So yes, you could do Shocking Hands feasibly twice at level 5.
Cool. Works for me. I thought it sounded like something you should be able to do.
Just unlimited power, motherfucker.
Yeah, because you technically just have one action, but you get to take 2 attacks.
Who's after Gwen again?
Sorry, hold on. I'm
After Gwen's is Zinzi's. So Zinzi's
Okay.
your attack.
So it's a melee attack, but I'm proficient with it. Okay. So I'm going to make an attack roll. For some reason, I thought this is the one that I used my spell modifier instead, but that's all right. That is a 14.
14 does hit this gnoll. This gnoll is wearing slightly different armor than the other 2.
Okay. Leadership Knoll, got it. Okay, he takes, or she, they take 15 psychic damage.
This knoll, the one that's across the river, had already taken a shit ton of damage from Gerald. So how would you like to kill him?
Ooh, just simply, just the weapon is it's a replica of the spear that killed my husband. It goes straight through the heart of the knoll, and then at the end of my, is it at the end of the turn or end of the round? Hold on, sorry, I'm still getting used to this. As soon as it goes through, he like falls down, and then it like disappears from his chest, and there's just the hole from where it used to be.
That Noel's had a bad day. He starts to turn around to run and goes, bleh!
Yeah. He starts to run and it hits him right in the middle of his back, and he seizes up for a minute before collapsing in a pile on the ground. Is that,
My fucking god, he fucking dead.
My God.
is that all you would like to do?
Yeah, Gwen used an action and a bonus action, and she, I think what she'll do is she'll sort of be like, what a shame. And that's our turn.
All right.
You did try to reason with these numbskulls.
Zinzies, you are on deck.
Which knolls are still standing?
There is only one knoll left. Here, let me do this to make it a little easier.
I'm gonna carefully get off the cart so I can have a high line with knoll 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out the flintlock trumpet.
Doot that motherfucker.
I'm gonna doot that motherfucker twice because I can go 2 attacks now. First one. That was a natural 2.
Plus.
That's only an 8.
No.
Oh
Wait,
god,
can-
I see what my misfire is.
Can I
Wait.
bend?
No, my
Remember-
misfire is a natural 1. I can only misfire on a natural 1.
Remember, you have
flintlock trumpet
you have an inspiration die.
I know.
And I can guide you my
On
time.
a 2 on
My
inspiration.
second one. Oh, that's a 5 plus 6 is 11. I'm gonna roll inspiration. That's a 5, so 16.
That hits.
Dude, motherfucker.
1d10 plus 3. 11 points of doot damage.
Your sound dropped out for a second there. How much was that?
11 points of doot.
Wow. Okay. He's still standing, but he's got a gaping wound in his shoulder.
I'm gonna, as a free action, aggressively blow into the trumpet to just recharge it back to full ammo. And then, wait. I am tempted. Oh wait, I can get it back on a short rest. I fucking action surge.
Okay.
So I get 2 attacks again.
Yes, you do.
That's a natural 1.
Oh no!
Wait, does it still misfire? Because it's a
It misfires on a natural 1.
but it's a magical weapon.
Yeah, it's the flintlock trumpet is not going to have a misfire score.
It has a misfire score on it.
Does it really? Oh, and the one I wrote up?
And it's a natural 1 that it misfired.
That's right. That's right. We did do that. Yeah, I forgot about that. I was
Because
kind
the
of,
original version didn't have it.
and we decided to use it as a firearm instead of a bardic instrument. That's why.
Yeah.
If I was using it, it would be bardic instrument, but Zinzi's using it.
I go, shit, and I pull out my revolver and I try to shoot him with that.
Go ahead.
Wait, hold on. Would you like me to use my portent dice to make that 1 not a 1 anymore?
It's up to you.
Oh, you are welcome to a 12 or a 14.
I think either one's gonna hit because I have a +6.
Oh yeah.
I'll take the 12 so that you have the 14.
Oh yeah.
All right. So does that hits?
That does hit.
Okay. So that means my gun does not misfire.
Your gun does not misfire.
That's 8 points of doot doot.
All right.
And my last one. Mother bitch!
Oh no!
Natural one!
Wow!
Shit. Hey,
Burn those dice!
cleanse the dice. Are you? Oh, poor baby.
Do you want another portent? Have I shipped?
No, you need it more than I do. I have another gun I can use.
I know, but I can get one.
I just let out a ramble of curses, which is uncommon for Zenzi's to do. And I'll have to use my action my next round to try to fix my gun.
Red just goes, I didn't teach her that.
But that is my turn.
And here's
I
the
don't
thing.
believe you.
Here's the thing. It's the flintlock trumpet that misfired, right?
Yeah.
You guys just hear a super flat note burst out from this thing before one of the little finger stops at the top just pops off.
I'm scrambling to go find the
It has to
key.
go and find it and put it back in the drawer.
Zinzi's, are you still in the wagon?
No, I jumped off the wagon so I'd have a better line of sight.
Oh well, because my javelin was still in there. You could have used that.
Well, I already used all of my attacks, but thanks for reminding me that.
No worries. If anybody's
Not-
still in the, if anybody's still in the wagon, there's a javelin of lightning in there.
Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna use the rest of my turn to try to find that one piece that broke off, so
It's
that my
easy
next
enough.
turn I can just fix my gun.
It's easy enough to find. It rolled at your feet.
Okay.
All
That's my
right,
turn.
so it is now Galen's turn.
Just
So,
by the way, I can't use portent more than once per turn.
okay. So Galen is kind of how far is Knoll 3? Like in terms of range? Actually, no, don't worry, it's fine because I've
30.
30 feet. Yeah, no. So Galen is going to there's this multicolored orb that forms within his quote unquote hands.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to roll a d6 to see what type of damage I do.
Yes.
Oh, this should be fun. So cast a chromatic orb. That's a ranged attack, so he has to roll for it. 14.
14 misses.
What?
This guy has a different armor class than the other guy because the other guy actually had a lower armor class than these two. There's a difference between the Knoll Hunters and the Knolls. This is just a regular Knoll.
Son of a bitch.
Critical Role starts having PTSD as flashes through their head.
I can't. Oh, fuck me. What can I do as a bonus action? Shit.
Sorry, that would have been really cool. That would have been really, really cool.
Especially because it was cold damage. I would have frozen the bastard in place.
Release the rainbow.
Yeah, no, that's all I can do on my turn. So,
All right. It is actually Red. It's now Red's turn. It would have been the Knoll Hunter, but he is dead. He is skewered with a kebab.
fuck him up, Red. Is
Hannah.
Honey frozen?
Sorry. You
Red,
guys have
fuck
been
him
kind of laggy for me. I didn't hear it.
You're good.
All good.
Okay, so there's one left, right?
And he is barely hanging on.
Yeah, I'm fucking dash up to that motherfucker. And I'm gonna stab him with my rapier.
All right.
Because
Do you want to move him yourself, or do you want me to do it? Because I know you were having a harder time with this.
I can do it. I just have to go through like 2 different tabs. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, you have enough movement to get there. It only takes 25 feet to get there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is more than enough room. Sorry, I have to reload this.
Okay.
Can you move me since this is going to take a minute?
No
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. This is our growing pains here.
Ain't that the flippin' truth? Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna stab him with my rapier.
Okay.
Come on, you gotta come out of the tower though. I can't just do. Fuck you. 13.
13 misses.
But that's okay because I can use my bonus action to try again.
Yes, you can.
That's much better. 25.
That hits.
Yee.
This fucking Noel is so low and he's barely hanging on with all these wins.
5 points of damage.
How much?
5.
How do you want to kill him?
Yeah. So she's just gonna like she's gonna roll her eyes and just go, I'm so fucking done with this. And like Arya Stark style, just go squish like into the neck of this thing. Just nope. Not even a fancy way, just dead.
I love it. It's just trying to get around and make sure it avoids the freeze ray. It clinches at the flat trumpet note and looks up, and you just right through the throat, and it just collapses and dies. All right, we are out of combat for that one.
Yeah.
Little skirmish in front of you guys.
Looking back at the original body, can we sort of surmise that they were probably troll bite? Not troll. God, I hope not troll. Knoll bites on the dead body.
Make a medicine check.
Oh, goody!
Have a way we can figure it out if you fail.
Just take one of this.
Just hear me out.
15?
15? You can come to that conclusion between the bite marks and the claw slashes.
Looks like they tracked this guy down. Looks like this town's got an old problem. Grand. Not one thing, it's a fucking other in the Northwood.
I'm just gonna walk up to all of the bodies, and as you say, I think I'm like, not for long. And I'm going to be taking their lower jaw off of each of the nose.
Ripping them off.
Yeah, as well as their tongues.
Make a strength check.
I'll be right back. I let my dog in.
Okay. I will roll my strength check.
Okay.
My hands are here.
Oh, jeez.
Yes. You managed to not only perfectly remove the jaw, but you get like a good pound of muscle from the tongues that you've also ripped out. It's a fair decent amount of muscle. You also managed to pull it out in such a way that you did not fracture any of the teeth in the gnoll mouths. They've got some blackened fangs in there.
Is Galen with can Galen see the carnage that's being done right now?
Make a perception check.
I mean, I'm 8 foot tall and not trying to hide it.
Oh, it's not a high DC.
That's 16 on the die.
Yeah.
Now I need to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Remember, Galen was an advisor. He wasn't used to the whole gory shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh no!
You not only watched it, but you could hear all of it, and it was Gross.
That's a 6 total.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh. Oh.
Meanwhile, Gwen is just like waddling over to the cart and like watching him do this and just like, well, I did try to warn them. And she like climbs in and sits down next to Frey. How are you, dear?
A bit concerned. We don't really get those out here.
Oh, they're not bandit friends?
Obviously not.
Knowles? Nah. Even Gerald walks up to the cart, and we never negotiated with Knowles, as far as I'm concerned. They don't negotiate.
They
We had
don't come this far east.
Very curious.
Maybe the
Einar's
fires. Sorry.
Einar's going to rejoin him at that point and go, well, let's hope more of them are as stupid as these three. I need more jawbones.
Well, great.
Get those away from me, please.
Oh, calm down, feathered little friend. It's just
You're
a
right,
bit of
Galen.
bone and muscle and sinew.
Galen's an advisor, and he didn't really get into the nitty-gritty of things.
Galen, here, take this and just tuck it under your tongue. She hands him like a tea bag. It's got like a little bit of like rose and lavender and bergamot flavors.
Sorry, like my brain went into biology mode. Like, no, they do have like
Are you trying to ask if corvids have tongues?
No, but like, of course they have tongues. But I'm just wondering if like
They
because
don't have a
obviously-
tongue that would be capable of lifting up enough. But then again, these are anthropomorphized, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
go for it.
Yep.
Are
So
we really debating the biology of fucking Humblewood?
I love it.
As a zoologist, I give you permission to assume these beasts have tongues.
Just regurgitate it a little bit in your mouth, and then you'll be fine. Yeah.
like for a moment,
But if
he
they're
for a moment, like he'll put the tea bag under, he'll calm down a little bit, and he'll get back in the cart. But he's gonna be quiet.
As soon as he calms down a bit, can Einar have like 2 eyeballs on his claws and be like, I'm watching you.
I'm gonna take this time to fix my gun.
Yes.
Excellent.
Roll to fix the gun, and 100% you can do that at some point, Ina.
Do I have to re-roll my Constitution saving throw?
Fucking yes.
Gerald finds this hilarious. That's genuine.
I'm fine. That's 18 on the die.
Roll with my proficiency bonus.
Actually,
Hey,
you're fine.
natural 18 plus 3, 21.
You're totally good.
I'm able to fix the doot.
Einar, that is particularly morbid, but I do find that funny.
You people from the south of the south hemisphere of this world, you're very soft when it comes to blood and guts and gore.
That tooth I got, the tooth I will eventually make into something very nice. The one who got that. He's not exactly representative. I've been out and about like this a bit more than he has.
Yes, and if you're a
I
mother
don't-
or someone strong like Red or Zinzi's, then you have a little bit more backbone. But there's no shame in it. No shame in being. What's the word my son would use?
Are you thinking of the word squeamish?
Intellectual was the one I was going for, but
Squeamish isn't far off for old Galen.
There's nothing against those with intellect. My father was what you would call an intellectual, but where I am from, to be scared of blood and guts and gores, it's not a good thing.
well, you may want to hold off if we're in a city doing that. But I think you did all right. Hopefully, it'll deter any other gnolls from bothering us for a while.
They will make a
That's-
good trophy necklace.
That's a hopeful wish, but we'll hold on to that idea.
Hmm.
Gnolls are as ferocious as they are fucking stupid.
Who killed the second one? I killed the first one, Ray killed the third one. Who killed the second one?
Gwen.
Ah. So I will now be making trophy necklaces for the ones that killed all the things.
Aw.
In the meantime, Gwen is going to use Druidcraft to detect the weather for the next 24 hours.
Okay.
It tells me the weather.
Sorry, I was taking a pill.
How dare you? How dare you take your medication on time?
No,
It
you're supposed to let the alarm go off so we can yell at you to take your
Yeah.
medicine.
It actually did go off. You assholes just didn't hear it. So,
Point.
Yeah, it actually looks like it's probably gonna start raining relatively soon.
Mhm.
And will be raining through the evening into
Okay.
the morning.
So in Gwen's tiny little hand, you guys can actually see this yellow orb that sort of like gets covered by a cloud, and then like it looks like it's basically just the weather channel, but like 3D and in my hand. So Gwen says, "Oh dear, we may have to cover up. Rain is coming soon."
Oh, great. Just love rain.
Oh, do you need a cloak or something, dear?
No, I'll be fine.
All right. Let me know.
Thank you, though.
I mean, I wouldn't say no to the club if you're offering.
Oh, yeah, I had forgotten about you. I have a spare
Wow.
cloak.
At least she's honest.
So sorry, dear. Yes, yeah. She sort of like passes over her traveling cloak.
Okay.
Gwen doesn't really usually wear one because it just bothers her with the quills, so she has one she just doesn't use.
Okay.
Zenzi's is just bundled up in her cloak of protection and her cloak of elvenkind.
Yeah, Gerald has his cloak of many colors and his great big fucking hat.
She is Gerbine Rito right now.
A gerberito.
Gerberito.
If anybody is cold, they can have my fur cloak.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's like a tarpaulin for most people here, but they can have it.
We could just put it over the back of the cart. Gwen is gonna heat up some tea, but not the tea time tea, just regular tea.
Okay. Are you guys going to do anything else here, or are you going to continue traveling?
Einar, did you have a parchment that you picked up from that poor soul?
I did, but before I got a chance to read it, those little small, pathetic attempted soldiers attacked us.
Yes.
I'll take it out and look at it now, though.
Okay.
Do we have room for a body? Should we take this body back to the town? Not the Knolls, of course, but this poor chap.
But he's been laid to rest here.
I don't think he was technically laid to rest.
No, he was. I just did it. If someone dies on a battlefield, they should be left on the battlefield.
Okay. Did Gwen see him like cover the body or like?
You guys would have seen him spend time to fold the hands over the chest and mutter quietly a couple words.
Yeah, Gerald was there.
His own little sort of ritual thing, but you don't know necessarily what that meant.
Gwen is going to make a mental note to send somebody to recover the body later, out of respect for Einar, and then pass out little cups of tea.
Okay.
Zenzi will take a cup of tea.
All right. Are you guys using this to take a short rest here?
Yes, please.
All right, take your
And
short rest.
I will play my lute. So if anyone
action surge back.
I don't think you take any damage, but if anyone would like to gain any health die, you may roll a d6 for any health you may have.
If you do a song of rest, what you're doing
Yes.
a Song of Rest, you roll the d6 and then tell them what the number is.
Okay, I do that then. I don't think anyone took damage, but just in case.
So I rolled in 3. I rolled to craft 3 necklaces from the tongues and the
Okay.
jawbones.
With the tongues, you're not going to try and dry those out, or you're just raw tongue.
Oh, so no. The tongues are for me. I
Okay.
didn't mean the tongue. The tongues are for me. The jawbones.
Okay,
So
I just thought I'd
yeah.
ask.
So I've got all of the muscle and stuff off the jawbones, and I've just basically used my claw to like get a hole on either side of the mandible uplink.
Okay.
And just strung a bit of cord through it. And I'm going to hand them to Gwendolyn in red, just like as if it's completely normal. Like,
Oh, I know. I love it. This is very kind. Thank you, dear. And she puts it on.
You said
But
you rolled for it?
yeah, I rolled for it already.
What were the rolls? I'm just curious.
Oh, the rolls on the dice were a 17, a 17, and a 12. With my proficiency in my crafting, that goes to 20, a 20, and a 15.
Oh yeah, totally cool.
Also, I rolled a 4, so anyone who wants to heal says extra 4.
Okay. Very nice.
Just idly play on the trumpet.
yeah, Gwen's gonna cast Druidcraft and have like just like this tiny little vine with flowers coil itself around the jawbone. Not obscuring it, but like accenting it.
I never does.
Einar's just like, why?
Einar's just having like a crisis of faith right now. He's like, don't you know what you've done? He doesn't say that out loud. He doesn't say that out loud, but that's in his mind. He's just going, these people are so strange.
Wait,
Red Mercer is probably.
out of 15. Can I see that? Sorry, Red. Sorry.
You're good.
He's not trying to hide it. He's just not saying anything. He's trying to be polite because sometimes he understands that that other people's customs obviously are different from his, but sometimes the customs are so different. He's like, what?
Gwen's just gonna be like, I'm accessorizing, dear. I need to match my companion, and like the hummingbird like rests on the jawbone thing, and it blends in almost perfectly.
Einar's going to look at his raven and then like start take a feather from his raven and like put it in his head, like.
Oh,
Looks darling.
I think you look good with that.
Am I supposed to make myself the same color as him? Like, are we supposed to?
No.
It's okay. I'll deal with it. He's going to go to the fire and get like soot and charcoal and like.
Red just goes.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, you all watch as this giant polar bear is now bathing in soot.
Just
She's
to
about to
clarify,
be
guys, he's not intelligent. He's wise. He's not intelligent.
And it's about to rain. He's gonna be like, I'm now met my friend. It starts to rain and it all washes out. Aww.
Oh, I'm really excited for that.
It's gonna be great. I love it.
Men are definitely like looking at each other like just smile.
He's kind of like blotchy. It looks like a really, really bad patchwork Dalmatian now. And he's just like.
Gerald's just looking for it, just like, I love this big guy.
Red just goes.
I'm just imagining like
Lindsay's just slow blinks.
I'm just imagining like the
What if-
really crappy Halloween blood handprints, but like with Cole, where it's just like paw print dragged. paw print strap.
Like not even the full paw got covered, like half of it, like, and it's just like
Um,
Go ahead.
Galen is going to turn towards Felix, who, by the way, is his like pure white raven familiar. And
Mhm.
go, like obviously the communicating telepathically, and they're just going to go. This should be an interesting journey to say the least, but well, at least we have some form of entertainment. But for the most part, it's just going to be quiet throughout the entire ride.
Gwen is gonna just subtly be casting Druidcraft to send like flowery and like happy smells your direction to counteract the visceral
The death.
eruption.
The smell of death.
Yeah, it's just like just a little potpourri every now and then to.
I think you'll find that I prefer this smell. This is in fact my preferred cologne. Eau de merde. Eau de mort. Eau de
Just for
mort.
Galen. Just for the gentle one.
He's silently appreciating it. It's actually not silent for the reason you guys think. But he is just going to be quiet the entire ride.
Gwen's gonna bust out her knitting.
Hold on. Silent, brooding. Where's a lot of black? Damn it, I got an edgelord.
A very skittish edgelord.
What's a D&D game without at least one edgelord?
I say this as a guy who plays a phantom Zarkai drow whose parents hate him because he's white. How much ed? Right, sorry, that sounds a lot worse than what it actually is. So Zarkai are drow who are born with white skin, and they are generally seen as an omen of bad luck. So his parents absolutely hate him because he's a Zarkai and was born pale.
Because drow can't be more racist and asshole-ish.
Wait, he's an albino drow, so he's hated.
No. Albino drow are very light grey. He is completely white.
What a strange conversation. I don't know what happened.
This is an actual thing. This is not something I just created up to have like a Silver Mary
I'm
Sue
drinking.
background. Like,
What the fuck? That's it. I'm fucking drinking now.
Sometimes D&D just does weird shit. And we accept it and move on. Alright, well. So you guys continue down the road. It does start to get like that misty drizzle, or it's not quite drizzle, but it's not just a mist anymore. As you're traveling, it only takes about another hour before you arrive in Windtown. You arrive at the outside of this. It's not a city. It's barely a village. There is a centered village with surrounding farmlands, and most of it looks like it's been burned to the ground.
I was gonna say, did my hometown of Meadowfen look bigger than this? But goddamn, that got dark.
They're comparable. This is more because this is starting to get closer to the mountains, but not up against them. So here it's a little bit chillier than you're used to at home.
cold, you say?
And it's not quite cold enough, but you are getting closer to where you came to first come into the Humblewood from where you're from. So you went south and now you're heading back north.
Einar starts to get happier the further north you go.
If you were outside, so you would have come into town, and the first town you would have seen would have been Logarth. You probably would have passed through Windtown on your way down and through towards the Alderheart. So you would have traveled at least near this town. I don't know if you would have gone through it because you're still you were still getting used to people.
Yeah.
But you would have crossed.
It probably wouldn't have stopped anywhere until he reached Emberheart.
Okay. So you guys arrive at this town, and you can see that they've taken damage. Right off the bat, you see a couple individuals. Looks like they're cleaning up different parts of the town. It's not too late in the day either. You're looking at maybe like 2:00 at this point. You guys got a relatively early start. And in front of you, you see a excuse me, a servant man, looking like he's digging through some of the rubble of what was once a home that has been burnt down. And he looks up and sees you all approaching and has a moment of confusion before he starts to come in your direction.
Like you lots have had a bit of a rough spot. Have it anything to do with those gnolls we fought on the way here?
You could say that. I'm sorry, are you from the Alderheart? Are you people sent to help? We sent one of the other members of the village
Well,
to the council for help.
yes and no. We did just come from the Elderheart. I knew we'd have to pass through here. We found your villager. The gnolls seem to have gotten him. We did find the letter, and we can indeed lend a hand. So
Well,
yes, and also no.
I don't have hands, but I can certainly lend a paw.
And an axe.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, dear. The courier you sent, he was not able to survive the journey. I would be happy to send a message via magic to ensure that it gets there if you'd like.
The message to the Alderheart. I mean, we've already been dealing with this for 3 days. You guys are able to help.
Gwen is going to cast Animal Messenger using a sparrow or some other bird that just happens flying by. And she's going to send it to, what's her face?
Which one?
The council lady.
Avery? Councilmember Avery?
Yes, Councilmember Avery.
Okay.
Just
because you've personally met Avery and Conrad. You've talked to Councilmember Beta, who runs the council, and then you also were able to see the other two whose names I cannot remember off the top of my head because we haven't had that direct interaction.
all right. Sorry. And it's fine because I'll go with the one that we like, the one we had dinner with.
You had dinner with Avery and Conrad.
I call her Vita immediately after you called her Avery. I was like, I don't know why.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Gwen will just sort of say, we just arrived in the city. It's been ransacked by gnolls. You send aid. ASAP.
Okay.
And the bird flies away.
All right. As you guys, as you watch the bird messenger head off, the individual you're talking to looks you all over and goes, right, well, you said you might be willing to help, then maybe you should have word with our elder here. Yeah?
Lead the way.
Right. And he'll start walking further. He puts down the bit that he was messing with and walks closer into town Or as you get further in, it looks like there's a little bit less destruction. It looks like most of it so far has been lingering on some of the farms on the outskirts and barely touching any of the interiors. It looks like whatever has been happening hasn't made it very far in, so you can probably guess that it's been more just snap attacks more than anything. You do see a couple dead in the streets that it looks like people in the village are kind of preparing and praying over them and crying for them and getting them ready for burial rites. As you're traveling further in, as you end up further inside, you do see actually over where some of the bodies are a Strigg gentleman. He's kind of older, looks like a horned owl, very much owl from Robin from Winnie the Pooh, but like a little bit more gray feathering. And he kind of turns around and sees you guys as you approach and goes, "Oh, I see we have some new guests. Thank you for bringing them. Are you by chance the aid we were hoping for from the Alderheart?"
No, your messenger never made it to there. He was killed on the way.
We've sent it along ourselves with dear Gwendolyn has sent it along, but we are here to help in the interim.
You said that you found Jamie the messenger in the road.
Yes.
We've been dealing with these attacks for 3 days. If you are able to, I'm assuming you were brought here because you were willing to help with our predicament, or are you just passing through?
Well, he kind of glances towards Frey. We have other business more towards the mountains. But
Well, there's not much that we can offer you on your journey on your way through at this point, unfortunately. And as you gesture to Frey, she just kind of does one of those that doesn't say a word.
We can help as long as you have a patch of ground, at which point we could just bury her up to her neck, and
I
then
don't
we can go
really
about our
like this
business.
plan. I think we can skip this plan. This
do
plan.
you have a town?
Is that Frey talking to me? Is that Frey
Yeah.
saying that I don't? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go. Yeah. Well, it's a good thing that your opinion does not matter.
Well, consider that. Is your town jail still intact?
Is the town what?
Is your town jail still intact?
Yeah, actually it is. We don't have any issues there at the moment. Assuming this individual has done something to upset you.
Oh, they've done plenty.
It's
I've
more.
not harmed you in any way.
You
But not him.
exist. That is enough.
Not him personally. We just need someplace to keep her where she's not going to sneak off while we deal with these gnolls.
Where's the trust?
Zinzies will just glare at Frey when she says that. Just like,
Gwen's gonna sort of gesture in Zinzi's general direction. Just like,
it's about 6 years back.
I'm just going to let lightning come into my paw and go, if you talk one more time, I will shove this into your mouth.
Make an intimidation check.
Haha, finally.
With advantage, because Zinzi's is also very pissed off and glaring at her.
Okay, so I'll roll the advantage. Okay, I'll take the advantage.
You love it. So it's like, oh, I'm glad I did that.
So I had originally a 16 on the die. I've now rolled a 19 on the die, plus my intimidation, making that a grand and fantastic 19 plus 8, 27.
She looks for a moment at you and then snaps her jaw shut and just stands there.
Oh, look, it has a brain.
I can keep an eye on her if you like. I don't know if I'll be much help with moving objects and extinguishing fires, etc. At least
Well,
today's set of skills.
well, I'm more concerned about if A, the gnolls attack, and B, if we decide to go out there and drive them off, we'll need somewhere to keep her that's both safe for her and where she isn't going to run off.
Oh, well, certainly I can just make sure Perth and gestures over to the servant that led you guys over, and he just kind of goes, right, I can take her for you if you'd like.
We'll come back for her. Don't worry. We wouldn't leave her as your problem for too long.
All right, and he'll take her the lead chain.
Yeah.
Sorry, give me a
Part
moment,
two.
guys. I'm getting a phone call. Sorry.
Okay. We are down a Galen
Yeah.
the rest of the night, unfortunately. But we're not going to keep going for too much longer on this one. So let me.
I was just gonna say, Galen and Gwen can sort of like keep an eye on Frey. Because I don't think we should ever leave her alone, ever, not even like one time.
Right, so you join Perth as he walks her to the.
Yeah, just as an extra pair of eyes, and just as she's walking, she'll inquire about more details about the Knoll attacks.
Okay. All right, sounds good. In the meantime, the rest of you are actually invited out of the rain and into what looks like a pretty humble home for what you assume is the town elder's home. You would have expected it to be a little bit more built up, but this guy lives very, very basically, very humbly.
And then
and
he
Humble.
Yeah. He's humble in the wood. It's fine.
at the Humblewood.
I'm sorry. I'll stop now.
It's all humble in the hood. It's all humble in the hood.
I'm sorry. Go back.
I demand reparations.
I didn't start the joke. I just finished it. Okay.
I will play nothing back. I make no regrets. I make no regrets. I have no regrets. I make no apologies.
I rolled a dirty 20 for investigation for just to gather information about the Knoll attack.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you mostly just talk to Perth, and you'll end up getting the same information everyone else is going to get. We'll just say that these conversations are happening simultaneously.
Okay.
The rest of you end up sitting at the table with the town elder, who sits down across from you and says, "Well, we're used to being a little out of it up on this end of the Humblewood. It's not very common that we get anything in this little village, but it seems like the gnolls have been forced out of their homes over to the west and took up residence in some of the caves in the woods just north of here.
Oh dear.
Unfortunately, they're extremely territorial and don't like us being so close. Doesn't matter how long we've been here.
Well, you just might have to mark your own territory then, eh?
Unfortunately, they're trying to force the issue by going through all of my residents here, all of my people.
Do you not have people here that know how to fight?
We're farmers. We have a guard here. We have some members of the guard, but even their numbers are growing thinner. And unfortunately, a lot of the farmers have had to stand up as well to try and protect what we have because we've been getting attacked every single night for 3 days.
Every night, you say?
Yeah.
I know these are two separate conversations, but like,
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, every fucking night those things just come flying out of the woods and attack this town.
Perhaps we'll have to spend the night then.
You might have to. They're not really apparently they're not letting anybody out, seeing as you found our friend in the woods.
Yes, that was unfortunate. Perhaps we could gather all of the more vulnerable people in the center of town. Perhaps a town hall or maybe a tavern.
So far, we've managed to gather as many as we can in the center of town as some form of protection for children, elderly, and everyone who is able-bodied stays closer to the farms and fights it out as best they can. Some of them die, some of them go missing, along with any of our cattle, chickens.
So you believe they're taking hostages?
Gnolls aren't known for being particularly patient with any captives they have. Chances are they don't live long, but we're hopeful still.
Gerald kind of like rubs his what would be considered a chin. If they are captured, they'll be the last things they resort to. They're looking for any and all available food, and people aren't their particular flavor when they're not desperate. So there is still reason to hope. Those are ferocious, dim-witted, and constantly hungry.
So we've learned.
They're also not exactly big fans of fire in large quantities. They'll throw a torch or two to damage a building, but they'll be far, far away from the actual burning building.
It's good to know. They've more burned any fields and thrown things towards the farms, but they don't go in towards the center of the village. They're mostly just ransacking what they can from the farms and disappearing. But again, they just every night. It doesn't stop.
They're raiders.
You could say that.
It's a raid tactic. They're trying to choke. They're trying to diminish to close in the territory as best as they can, and then once you're all collected in one place, they strike with their full force.
Well, it won't take them much longer at this rate.
Just for a little bit.
Do we have what we need to make rudimentary barricades, defenses?
We've done what we can, but every night we have more buildings that have burned down or toppled down that we can use again to build up whatever we can of a wall. So
I can see to it that your defenses are a bit better.
I was going to suggest that our friend here is an excellent craftsman.
Well, we definitely would appreciate that.
I could do some scouting in the woods. With the storm with the rain coming, it'll be a little bit it'll be easier to blend in if I make my cloak a certain type and change my feather colorings. I should be able to blend into the wood. See if I can't spot the scouting parties.
I very much appreciate that. Thank you. I didn't get to ask. You just seem like you don't. One of you seems like you might be Townsguard, but where?
Zinzi pops her head up.
Who are you exactly?
We're the Mighty Eight.
We don't have 8 members. We don't even have 8 members.
No.
We don't have no. We're not doing that.
No.
Zenzi's
Oh.
disappears.
We are not the Mighty Eight. Do not listen to the. To the
We are
comments,
the
John.
Doot Doots.
We are the hateful Eight.
That movie ends terribly for everyone involved. I'd rather not.
That is how I picture this campaign going. It will end terribly. No, I'm just an Isbjorn from the north.
I'm
That's
just
all I am.
I'm a simple bard.
Gwen's not there. She's getting drunk.
She's flirting with an old man, probably.
Red is also not there. Red is getting drunk.
Yeah.
Zenzi's is there, except Paige is brain dead right now. All I
Well-
heard was Townsguard. I'm just like, am I being talked to?
You were being referenced to. You are the town's guard in the group. It's like, yes,
I give a slight wave.
yes. Young
Yes,
town's guard.
I am the one policeman amongst all these outlaws.
Literally, seriously, there are 3 former criminals in this group.
I'm fucking Judy Hopps.
Hey, and Red's your Nick.
Does that make me Chief Bogo?
Yes.
Possibly.
100%.
Possibly.
So that makes me Nicholas Wilde.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, you're Nicholas Wilde.
Yes, I love it.
We just need to hear Einar at some point go, so let it go.
So let it go.
Listen, this is not a musical where you get to sing a boldly impassioned song and suddenly all your dreams come true. So
That's literally
let
my
it go.
job.
Yes.
But that's like my job.
Shut up,
I
Bart.
sing an
I will
impassioned
eat you.
song, and then a meteor drops from the sky. That's what I do.
I will eat you.
If only we had another fox, they could be Finnick.
I would say honestly, personality-wise, Gerald is Finnick. Just because I
She
can
has to
100% see
look
him running
good.
that scheme.
Oh yeah, he'd be down for his.
You
kill.
cop now, Nick. You're gonna need one of these. He was the best damn character.
He
I
is.
love working with the fuzz.
I want just a whole movie about Finnick.
Yeah, Finnick. Oh,
I think the early days. That's what we need.
Yeah.
We need
I
a
want-
non-con Disney movie.
Yes.
I want a movie about Bogo when he started in the police. Can you just picture this water buffalo from the back ends of the Savannah homes, and he's so big that he's clumsy, and it's he tries to move and he keeps nudging people all over the place, and it's just he becomes really apologetic, then eventually just learns to accept how big he is and just say, do you know what? Fuck them.
What?
Fuck everybody. If I bump into
And
you, it's your fault. And
This
also,
is the biggest
fuck you.
crush on Gazelle.
What is the name of was he a tiger or a leopard who was obsessed
A
with
cheetah, Clawhauser.
Yeah.
Yes.
Clawhauser.
Clawhauser as a
Benjamin
rookie?
Clawhauser.
I need that.
Yeah.
I need that in my life.
Wait, there was a polar bear. There was the trainer.
Mhm.
The cop, the instructor.
Oh yeah,
There's-
at
there's
the
a bear.
academy.
There's a few polar bears in it, but you don't actually see them do anything to get their personality. The only one who actually's personality matches Einar is Chief Bogo, because he's all wisdom, no intelligence, brute strength.
Yeah.
Got
I
it.
mean, yeah.
Done it.
I love it. All right,
Oh.
so did you guys have any other questions
No,
for?
but... Sorry.
Did you guys have any other questions for the elder?
Nah,
do you
Einar's
have
just
a-
going to start going to work on getting the fortifications up.
Do you have any idea how many there actually are? What's the usual when they attack? What's the usual size of the group?
It's a decent size. It's hard to tell because they're constantly moving around the entire village, but there's got to be at least 30 or 40.
Does this town have any form of a towns guard or a militia?
We do have a town guard, but they've been slowly whittling away. We don't have many left. And we
Zinzi's
have
just gonna march straight over to what's left of the town's guard, like I'm taking over.
like he's in the middle being like, and we have
Timsy, maybe you should. Okay.
Let her do her thing. She's in her element, defending towns.
Yeah, all right. Takes out her
You
flask.
see in the distance, it screams from Major Pain as she goes fucking drill sergeant on them.
I'ma be on you like white on rye on a glass of milk on a paper plane in a snowstorm. I'ma put my boots so far up your ass, the water on my knee will quench your thirst.
Hannah, have you not seen Major Pain?
You want me to take you want me to take your mind off that
It is
leg?
a movie.
Oh my god, you broke my finger. Bet you're not thinking about that leg though, right?
Hannah, have you seen Major Pain?
I've never even heard of it.
You need to watch this movie.
I have not seen that movie since the 90s. I could not quote it if I tried.
I was born in 97. So
yeah, it was it's a bit before you. You need to look it up and find it. It is so fucking funny.
Why is it Hannah said I wasn't born until 97 and what immediately through my head was back in my day we didn't have no DVDs.
We had to rewind.
I had VHS tapes. I had VHS tapes for a long time.
We had a special box in the basement. We had a special box in the basement. You put your DVD in it, and it rewound it for you.
I have Nightmare Before Christmas on VHS behind me. I have Braveheart on VHS behind me.
Oh my god! Please just.
We can all agree the greatest innovation of VHS players was when they built in the rewinder in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It used to be you'd have your VHS player. Then you'd have to have a separate rewinder to rewind the goddamn tape. And then when they invented the rewinder inside the VHS player, it was all over for us motherfuckers.
We had what I remember my mum kept all of the VHS tapes from all the Disney movies, right? And my son, being like, you know, a modern day child, said to mom, Granny Tara, can we get Disney Plus? And my mum brought out this box of VHS and just went, we have Disney Plus.
I mean,
that's an Irish mother.
You want to talk about?
Mom, can we get Disney Plus? Disney Plus at home.
Most of my VHSs are inherited because I still have a VHS player and no one else in my family does. But you want to talk about obscure movies?
What is that? I can't see the name.
It's How to Irritate People. That's the name of it. It is a kind of Monty Python sketch. It's got Michael Palin, Graham Chapman, Connie Booth, Gillian Lind, and John Cleese.
Oh,
and it's
John,
just
I love John Cleese. That man is my whole life.
I can't with him anymore. I can't do it with him anymore.
Is he just like, you're too old and fucking crazy now?
No, because he supported J.K. Rowling's statements.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. I can't do it anymore. Nope.
I will remember I'll remember the fond times and think of
There's no decent Scottish actors anymore. Every Scottish actor's turning up to be a cunt. I'm looking at Ewan McGregor every single day and going, don't you fuck this up, Ewan. Don't you fucking do it. Sean Connery's a misogynist. Robbie Coltrane's a TERF. Don't you fucking start me, Ewan. You're going to be a wholesome, pleasant little being for the rest of your fucking existence. You're going to sit there, you're going to shut up, and you're going to be Obi-Wan Kenobi whenever you fucking want you to.
If Ewan McGregor ever gets outed as a problematic actor, we revoke his status as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No. Don't put it out there, because it will happen. Scotland is not having good luck when it comes to actors right now. Okay, we just got rid of one. All right, we just get rid of one. Let us celebrate that for a little bit, right? Before we move on to jinxing Ewan McGregor.
Oh man. Going back to the game, what do I need to roll for me to do the scouting?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go person by person by who's on my screen just to ask what you guys are going to do for us today to help this town prepare for the evening. And then we'll call it a night because I know a lot of people are fading.
I'm now just starting to get energy and I'm pissed off.
Sorry, honey.
It happens.
I'm like, worrying down. I'm like,
I am become death.
it's been a long day
Okay,
today.
now because Ewan McGregor's on my mind.
Yes.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes.
Brandon is so done with me.
So disappointed in all of us.
So uncivilized.
We're all Americans. He has every right to be disappointed in us.
That's
I
entirely
really do.
fair.
I really. Well, actually, no, I don't. Y'all did something good recently. Y'all did something good.
Yeah, we did.
All right, so
Before we get into that on stream, it's not.
Yeah.
Let's start with Red. What are you planning on doing during this day? Or the rest of the day?
Can I use my perception just to like make sure that everything is in its proper place?
Sure.
And that everything is
roll a perception check.
Okie dokie. Because goodness gracious.
And these don't have to be checks if you want to do something role play wise, or you just think, hey, this is what she would be doing. You can do that too. If you want to make it a check, we can do that as well.
20.
20? Yeah. So you spend a good portion of the day patrolling along the outside. Every now and then you'll see someone who is in need of help moving something. You see someone who has a wound that needs some tending. You're able to help them. You can hear the sounds of yipping in the background, but in the distance, but it seems pretty quiet for the most part where the gnolls are concerned.
Okay.
So you don't see any movement in the woods in terms of anyone seeming like they're sneaking up on the camp.
I'm keeping an eye on you motherfuckers.
And knowing you're doing that, I'm actually going to select Gerald because you said you were going to go into the woods. And if you roll low enough, this is going to be really funny.
Oh, goodness.
So Gerald, you wanted to scout.
Yes, I am going to take extra precautions while doing so. I'm going to look at the local vicinity, like the local area. I'm going to change my cloak of many styles to essentially a camo pattern to sort of blend in better and use my...
Would you say you turn it into a ghillie suit?
I do. I do indeed. A ghillie suit. I ghillie suit, and I also use my hat of disguise to change my feather pattern instead.
Paige, come back. I will stop making ghillie suit jokes eventually, I promise.
Is this a thing you've been on for like a while?
I may have made the comment that something that Darren needs to do is use his hat of disguise to just make himself a walking ghillie suit and pretend to be a bush for like 20 minutes. And then, you know those, like, when you go to it's like a street performer, but it's a ghillie suit made out of tassels that dances with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am fulfilling Sarah's fantasy of a ghillie suit.
I'm so excited.
You know, there's a cheat code to D&D where instead of making it into a ghillie suit, you make it into something that makes it so you actually cannot be seen, no matter how high the perception rolls.
I'm so excited.
You turn it into a cardboard box.
Hey.
Hey.
You hear some gear metal solid playing in the background.
Oh, gotta love that. You gotta love that gear metal solid.
Wow. Ow.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why do that?
Okay. First roll me stealth.
Be like snake solid.
Okay. With my using of my things, do I get advantage? Since I adjust my cloak and my feather patterns with my thanks to my hat to blend into the background better.
won't say advantage, but it lowers the DC.
That
Mostly because I'm
is
really curious as to your roll.
that is a 19.
19 total?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you feel pretty sneaky right now. Roll me a perception check as you're out. And Red, your perception check was a 20. Hannah, your perception check was a 20, right? All right, so you do, as you're patrolling, at some point do see some movement in the trees at some point, but as you look, you notice that it's Gerald, who's kind of looks like a walking bush.
That's a 23. That's a nat 20.
Okay.
So 23 total.
First, I want to see what Red does.
The fuck is that?
Whose horse is that?
Whose horse is that?
Whose horse is that?
she watches this happen. Just goes, Gerald?
God?
God?
Gerald?
He'll like pause. Kind of the bush will kind of shuffle around. He'll poke his head out just enough from his hiding spot so only she can see him, and brings his talon up to his fingers. And goes back in the bush.
She just goes, nope, no. Takes out her flask and finishes the thing.
I can see this in my head. It just owl face pops in my bush.
No.
You didn't see anything.
I'm just imagining this ghillie suit like the hey, good morning, Craig, but like it's a face.
Hey, good morning, Craig.
Hey, good morning, Kanye.
Shut the fuck up. Is it Humblewood if we don't break Sarah 99 times? Okay, the reason she's breaking is because she didn't put fucking Beastmaster as her name tonight.
Yeah.
I did forget to do that. This is fine.
Ironic, the day she breaks is the day the beast is not there.
And to love all of you at the same time. What the fuck?
Oh, that was so good. I was like, oh wait. When she sees it, like,
I was about to say, if that said we have gone one session without chaos, I would have to take that one off and replace it with a 0.
Einar's just going to look up and be like, there's a lot of noise in the sky today. Like the omnipotent gods are laughing. Is that a wall break? She laughed. That counts. That totally counts. I'm off the hook.
my work here is done. I have broken the DM.
This character
Yes,
can
again.
now die. I have done the fourth wall break.
Yes.
So, Gerald, as you traipse through the woods in your ghillie suit,
I thought you were going to say birthday suit. Struck to the words.
totally different thing.
Why do I
That would probably be more of a performance role than anything else.
why do I picture Gerald having the ghillie suit but having the complete wrong idea of how it works? So he's wearing it but doing this.
I'm a tree. Yeah, just pulling a pseudo wudo. I am a tree. I'm really a rock.
All right. Anyway, you do happen to notice there are some very familiar footprints and drag marks throughout the woods. It looks like there's a good number of gnolls in this general area. It's make a survival check.
I'm good at that.
See how far you can follow that.
Another 19.
19?
Yep.
Yeah, you are able to figure out that from the tracks that they had been generally surrounding the village before coming through to attack. There is a trail. You're able to follow it for the most part, but then it leads towards the river that runs very close to the village, and that's where you lose any sign of tracks. It looks like they keep their cave entrance hidden by walking part of the way through the river to get to wherever it is that they're hiding.
Alright. Who knows?
But yeah, it's you're able to, from the footprints, figure out the most commonly hit points at the village, and those are the best places to be prepared.
I don't know if I'm actually able to set traps or not. Not sure. Would that be using thieves' tools?
Do you have like Sierra walks around with a bear trap on her back? Do you have anything that is a trap? Do you have netting? Could you make netting? Like what type of trap are you trying to form?
I don't have any of that. I was just trying to see if I could
Technically you can, and depending on what type of trap you're making will change the type of roll it is.
I mean, I have some rope, so I might be able to set up like a I mean, that's only gonna grab like one.
Like the pull rope that cut Zinzi's in like the third or fourth session.
Yeah, like that, but that's only gonna get like
Was it
one.
Zinzi?
Don't talk about that.
Yes, there's your answer. Yes.
It was amazing.
He might actually he'll make note of them, and then probably like when he gets back to town, consult with Anar about maybe devising some of where those places are. Maybe just devising some sort of trap for like, haha, we'll sneak in through this entrance. Oh God, there's spikes everywhere, that kind of thing. Or if he wants to help with that, since he has he was able to set traps before.
All right, so are you making the rope trap or not?
I will make one in that area.
Make a. Let me look actually to see what I think is probably best for this, because I'm sorry, I feel like I have something stuck in my throat all night, making all sorts of weird noises. Make a survival and sleight of hand rolls to see if you can make the trap and then hide the trap well enough.
Okay. Well, I rolled a natural 20 for making the trap, so I make a damn good rope trap.
It's really cool.
Sleight of hand. That's a 19 and a sleight of hand. I got a +5 to my survival and a +6 to my sleight of hand. Thank you, Rogue.
What you said 19 on that rope?
19 on the hiding. 25 total with a natural 20 on the making.
Okay. Were you gonna try and make any other traps?
No, I will probably see if Anar has any more and tell him, hey, over here's where they seem to come out of. So if we're gonna set up traps, this would be a good place. If you have any more, we can make some.
All right, so we will use this to transition over to Anar. Anar, what have you been doing?
So I've been doing a few things. So first things first, I'll be doing is checking the reinforcement, checking the like the walls and stuff, like anything they've put up to kind of like barricade or block entranceway. Seeing if there's any way I can reinforce that. Second, what I'll be doing is looking over what weaponry they have.
Okay.
Because that's where my real expertise is in blacksmithing. I do have proficiency in carpentry and woodworking tools as well.
Okay. So first, for the walls hiding places, things like that. Make a survival check just to see if they seem sturdy enough, if they seem big enough.
16 on the die plus 5, 21.
21. All right, it's kind of like video game barricades here. Like there's some scattered around barricades that they are obviously able to use for cover. Some of it looks like it's just straight up walls that have fallen that they've kind of like pushed a little bit better into position. You are able to help reinforce them, enlargen them, so that there's a little bit more protection. And they are spaced in a way that it almost, in certain areas of the town, almost tunnel the major paths. So you might have a better luck picking some off, but you don't really know how that'll work depending on the battles. For your inspection of the weapons, I'll say the survival kind of rolls into that as well. They have basic guard weaponry. You've got some people with short swords, you got some people with crossbows, things like that. These weapons are not the newest. So if you want to spend some time trying to help them hammer out the dents, things like that, make one general roll for that with advantage. Because you've got some people helping you.
Because this is to do with smithing, do I get to add my proficiency on that?
Yes.
Slutty 20.
All right. Yeah, you do a decent job buffing up their weapons so that they have a chance of actually surviving this. There's also like pitchforks, bows, things like that, that you're able to kind of get that little extra point to, a little extra.
The pitchfork, the only thing I'd be doing is instead of having the curvature of the tongs, you'd just be hammering them straight. So it's just like a 4-bladed spear.
And you're able to kind of get them like a little bit more of hand grip so that it's not going to slip out of their hands as easily because of your skills, I'll say.
Other than that, Gerald wanted me to check out traps.
Yes, Gerald then comes to you while you're in the middle of that with a strange question.
Down, sorry. Einar, I found some paths, that I found some tracks over in the northern side of the wood near town. There's quite a lot of them. I set at least one rope trap to at least confuse them, have to delay them a bit, have to get their friend down. But do you have any more of the traps you set that might be able to be used? They looks like whatever their cave that they've made is across the river. They're smart enough to walk through the river to erase their tracks before, so that we can't find their cave. So is at least one among them is smarter than the others.
Okay.
But
no, I don't have any other of those traps. I do have an idea for a trap though, if you think they will enter in this place.
It seems to be where they're doing a lot of their traffic. It's a good bet.
Okay, so to do this realistically would probably take about 3 or 4 hours. Do we have that time?
Oh, you're asking me, not Gerald. That makes sense. Yeah, it's still, we'll say that this happens a little bit sooner in the day. You guys know from what you've been told that the attacks are happening pretty late at night. So you have time. It's still only about 3 or 4 o'clock in the evening. So if it takes you 4 hours, you got until about 8.
Awesome. Well, here's what we do. We dig a pit at that entrance, right? And then what we do is we take the biggest shield that we actually, you can use mine because I don't use shields. So one big shield. And then what we do is any oil or flammable liquid that we have at all, we fill the pit. Then we put the shield on a big spike and put it in the ground. And then we cover the oil with sticks. We bait them into following someone into this entrance. They know to hop on the shield to get across. The gnolls don't. They fall through the very thin twigs. They land in the oil. We set it on fire.
I like it. Paige is not so up on this plan. You spaced up for a minute, like we set them on fire. I'm sorry.
Nervously laughing. What the fuck?
Well, as long as I mean, the small part of that is that we may also set part of the wood on fire. But if it's
No,
gonna,
because if you build the pit and leave a lip of at least 1 foot, the oil cannot spill over.
that is fair. I meant more if any of them climb out on fire and run. But that's also if it's deep enough, it'll be harder for them to do that.
They're going to be drowning, also delirious because of the scent and the gases from the oil, as well as on fire. I don't think they're going to be thinking much about climbing.
All right, let's find as much oil as we can get.
You do that, I'll start digging. Which point I just use my massive size to dig. Polar bears are apt diggers, able to dig 6 feet pits in at least half an hour's work.
All right, yeah, you are easily able to. That was weird. You're easily able to dig your pit. Make me survival check with advantage, one of you.
What's your survival score?
My survival score is a +5.
So is mine. So either one of us can make it.
Well, did you say we get it with advantage?
Because one of you is helping the other one.
Right, okay, well, the first one I rolled a 17, so why don't you roll? That'll be the advantage, and we'll take the highest.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll take yours. I was a 15 total.
17 plus 5, 22.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a good size pit, and you have the oil ready in place. I'm assuming you're trying to disguise this in some way.
Yeah, so basically the idea is, as a barbarian, I get a shield, but I don't fight with shields because I have a great weapon. So we're going to take my shield and attach it to like a big pole, put that in the middle of this thing, so that anybody that knows it's there knows to jump onto the shield, then jump across to the safe part. The gnolls won't know it's there because we'll put like thin twigs and stuff over it, and as they run through, they.
So you're making a pitfall trap with oil that you can
Hell
easily
yeah.
light on fire. Oh
Yes.
my god, yes. All right, you are easily able to do that. With that survival roll, one of you roll a sleight of hand with advantage.
Ooh,
See how well you disguise it. The DC is low because the survival check is high.
I don't need advantage. I got 24. I rolled a 24. I rolled a 24 and a 23.
I just rolled a nat 20 on it.
Oh my god, I love this.
What's your sleight of hand? Mine's +6.
Right. I'm going to keep my hands in as much sight as I can here. The dice is here. My hand is going here for the mouse, right? I'm still trying to keep my sleight of hand is a +2.
Mine's a +6.
Oh, I love this.
Okay, so yeah, go for it. You do you, boo boo. You do you, boo boo.
Either way, you find yourselves after you're making it and you're admiring it and you're watching a certain town, just a random Gerbine town member who was not watching you make this, start walking in that direction, and they do not see it.
It's gonna be like this entrance into the village is it's not working.
You say that to the Gerbine?
Yeah.
We made a pitfall trap. Don't
It is highly flammable.
And don't send any of the Cowan's Guard to this end of here. We'll handle this.
I'll let them know. I'll let people know.
That's good. That's a good shot.
And they head off.
Now, can we do the same thing, but with spikes?
I don't think that'll take as much time. So again, that's up to the DM. But
Yeah, at this point, you guys, for this particular event, you guys are pushing about 8 o'clock. It's dark, or it's starting to get dark, I should say.
yeah, I don't think we've got time for another pit
No.
trap. I think this is our one. So what I would recommend, what Einar would probably say is that one person should guard this area and the rest should guard the entrances that can't be reinforced by traps. I will happily stay and guard this area.
Are you going to be able to make that jump? I mean, you could probably make the jump without stepping on the shield, to be fair.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
All right. If you need us, call it for us.
I will.
Right. You should at least come back. For the time being, we'll go over the plan and everything with everyone else.
Sounds good. Yeah, that's me done.
All right. Then we are going to jump to Zinzi's. What you doing?
Rounding up all the town's guard. Gotta see how well they can fucking fight.
All right. Are you testing them? Are you trying to train them? What are you doing?
I guess test and train.
Okay. In that case, how about...
I don't trust my dice.
I'm gonna give you something good. How's your athletics?
+3.
This seems like an athletics roll.
Fuck. Okay.
Athletics or acrobatics, I would say.
Acrobatics is a +6.
All right, we can say you're dexing around them.
Yeah.
Sorry, just before you continue any further, I'm going to have to jump out now.
All right.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
No, we're doing this, and then we're wrapping up, so you are all good.
Cool, no worries. I'll catch you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, don't fuck me die. The die fucked me. $13.
13?
Because I rolled a 7.
Okay.
My dice hate me.
Well, it's all right. This was mostly to see how well this part is just to see how well they're doing, and you can see as you're sparring with different members of the town's guard, you see that there are a lot of them who are injured, who are trying their best not to show it.
Everyone who I see who is injured afterwards, I direct them over to people who can heal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and you
gotta be at the top of your game if you're gonna fight.
Yeah. Thanks. And they're just kind of, rubbing any sore injured areas. You also notice on the outside there are some members of just the town who are watching you, trying to figure out, because the town's guard, there's probably only about 15 left.
As soon as I see people are intrigued and watching, I make them join the training.
Okay. Roll me one more check with advantage, because now you're actually teaching them.
Okay, that's 22.
22. All right, you're able to get some decent training out and guide other members of the town's guard as to show the normal villagers what to do, how to not only defend themselves and their families, but to strike a blow back.
Yeah.
All right, that'll make it easier going forward. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
No, that's it.
All right, we are going to jump to Gwen then. Last but not least. What you doing, Gwen?
Gwen is taking a nap.
Just taking a nap?
Just kidding. No, Gwen is going to take turns with Galen watching Frey.
Okay.
And then how many points of egress are in this town?
In the town itself, into the center, 3. I mean, there's tons of like little alleys around the farmlands, but like alleys, like easy paths. And then when you get into the town, there's tiny thin spaces in between certain buildings, and 3 major points of ingress.
Okay, and which direction did the Ringling brothers go?
Oh, you're talking about the wonderful trap makers?
Yeah,
We're at the northern side.
They went towards the east because it's a northeast pass, a northeast pass, a northwest pass, and the southern path, which is the direction you originally came in.
Okay, on the southern path, I'm going to cast Explosive Runes, which in this game is called Glyph of Warding.
Yep.
It's 5th edition. And I will make the trigger. Let's see here. Hold on. The damage I will do is... Before I do that, I'm gonna get. Can I try to figure out if gnolls are like resistant to anything or vulnerable to anything?
Make an intelligence check.
Oh yes. Intelligence check, just intelligence.
Just straight intelligence for something like that.
With proficiency or not? Because I'm a wizard, Harry.
We'll say, you know what?
I'm a Harry wizard. I rolled a 19 on the die, so it doesn't really. I mean,
I was gonna say, if anything, nature.
Okay.
They are creatures.
Then yeah, that would be 22.
22?
Yeah.
All right, you are pretty well versed in gnolls. Gnolls, they first off don't speak common.
Okay.
Which is why they did not stop attacking you when you said don't bother. They only speak Gnoll.
Oh. Well, I just learned a spell that'll help that.
They usually wear like hide armors. They aren't that intelligent, but they tend to be pretty strong. They do not have any resistances. They do not have any immunities. They do not have any vulnerabilities. They are just great damage takers.
Okay. So I'm gonna choose. I'm gonna choose thunder damage. So it'll be 5d8 thunder damage when 2 gnolls pass over the runes within 10 feet of each other.
All right. That's very specific.
Well, I don't want one to trigger that, and I don't want like townspeople to trigger it. So
I know. I just need to write it down.
Oh yeah, that's fine. And then I will also help out around the town.
Okay.
Switching off with Galen, watching Frey, and then just seeing if there's like points of weakness, and Gwen is basically going to like just be on the front lines when nightfall happens. In fact, yeah, maybe she'll orchestrate getting all the women and children and vulnerable people together.
Make a persuasion check to see how well you can organize and calm them.
Oh, well, that would have been a natural one, but I'm going to use Portent.
Aren't you glad you kept that 14?
They're all very nervous about the one spot that you chose to pick in. No.
16.
This
16?
is why I said keep your other portent, because you were going to need it.
That would have been amazing.
Hilarious. Why don't we stand in this field, guys? Right next to this fireball
They would
trap.
have stood 3 feet to the right of where you chose.
Stand in the pool of oil. It's fine. It's totally normal.
It's medicinal.
It 100%. If you had to keep that natural one, it 100% would have involved the pit trap that was made earlier.
We are not using the townspeople as bait for the pit trap.
I'm not saying they would have, but Gwen didn't know it existed. I'm just saying.
Take
All
the
right.
Northeast Passage. No.
16 is okay though. 16 is fine. You are able to, convince them where to stay, able to keep the kids relatively calm, attend to any injuries that you see. Yeah, you guys feel pretty well prepared for the evening.
Make me some tea. And then I'll check in with Galen, and I have my 3rd level prepared so I can cast tongue, so I can talk to them, and then I have magic missile and all my other 1st and 2nd level spells that I can use. So I'm ready.
At one point, as you are trading on and off with Galen, you do hear from inside the cell Frey saying, it does sound like you'd use all the help you can get.
I need a minute to think because my brain is literally shutting down right now. Yeah, Gwen's just gonna sort of look at her and say, well, I'll let you know if it gets to that point. You stay safe here. You're more important to us alive than you are dead.
I could be useful. I could help. I have my qualms are never with the people of the Alderhot. All I've ever done is impede business in the Alderhot itself instead of the rest of the wood. My problem is not with the people here.
Yes, I'm also afraid that if I let you free, you'll be murdered. So there's that as well.
You're talking about the little one.
The one that you murdered, yes. Practically.
In my defense, I do recall that all of you killed most of my people, and I had no way of bringing any of them back.
Yes, well, we try to help the bandits we can, and for those that have chosen the lifestyle, there's not always a way to help them out of it.
I'm worried. Paige is putting on her fangs. Paige is like, that's a threat. Oh.
Let's fucking go, bitch.
It's a threat.
But alas, if we need an extra set of hands, I will be the first to come collect you.
Oh, you know where to find me.
Would you like a book or something?
Do you have any books?
We'll see if they have some available.
Why not?
I will send for someone to get a book for you.
Do you have any preference? First off, the person you ask looks... Well, actually, make a persuasion check.
By persuasion, did you mean...
I meant persuasion.
Does anyone not the bard making persuasion checks?
10. 10.
10?
Yeah.
Okay, you stop the gerbine that nearly fell in the pit trap. And they look at you very confused as you are asking for a book in the middle of everyone preparing for the oncoming onslaught.
It's a matter of life or death, dear. Do you happen to know where I could get any book, anything entertaining to read? Knitting patterns.
As behind this particular gerbine is a burnt down building. They kind of look around and go, I mean, you can check.
Check the what, dear?
And points over their shoulder to the burned down building.
Was that the library?
No, that's the tavern, but the owner kept a few books around.
Oh dear. Where was the council house?
The elder's house?
That's the one.
I mean, I can show you.
Just point, dear. It's all right. I know everyone's busy.
They just kind of gesture, and it's like a block up the street. It's not far.
Yeah, Gwen will stop there, grab a book, bring it back.
Okay.
And then she'll post with Bray while Galen does his thing. Oh, you're invisible. Hey, you're back.
My camera wanted to crap out on me all of a sudden. That's
Okay.
fine, because we're going to end it just about here. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
Gwen is good for now. She'll probably at the beginning of next session check in with everybody and see where we're all at.
All right. You guys all finished the final preparations. The mood in the town is pretty intense. You are given a basic dinner meal by the servant, actually, who greeted you at the door. It's a very humble meal, and it's mostly very quiet throughout the town as everyone is preparing for the oncoming onslaught. And that is where we will leave it for tonight.
Yeah.
I will find suitable pre-battle music for Gerald to be somewhat quietly playing, so that to keep people's spirits up before the fight.
Okay.
But I need to find one. I'll post it into the boy chat.
Okay, if you want to play it, make sure it's royalty free, or else we're not going to have any audio.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play it right now, but I'll put it into the chat.
Okay.
So that at least y'all in the game will know what it is.
If you're watching at home, you got to figure it out yourself.
When I find it next time, next time we do this, I will tell you what the name of the song is next time.
All right, very good. I hope everyone, Kitsune, enjoyed the game tonight. And you guys had fun. I know
I was half dead for this whole session.
Today was just tiring. I don't know what it is about this particular Monday, but damn.
Fucking Monday.
Yeah, you're not kidding. But yeah, we're gonna call it there. So, thank you for watching and have a good night.
Good night.